Hello everyone, and welcome to Dice Roll, the Queerest Pathfinder Podcast on the planet, where it's hard questions like, is it wrong to eat a Goron, even if they're so delicious and tasty?
Anything that's sapient that you want to eat, like sapient, fully sapient, you can't eat that. That's really weird.
Okay, but what if it was like, I really want you to eat me?
That does not make it any better for me.
So, for context, the Goron. Gorons are a race of plants resembling humans that evolved from botanical experiments from the renegade druid Gorus. And essentially, these are they're plant people who are specifically extremely tasty and delicious. Yum, yum, yum.
Yeah. So what's the problem?
And they all also have evolved a fear of being eaten, which I say is not our problem.
Are you insane?
Technically, it's not our problem, it's their problem. But, like, what if one of them overcomes their fear? They're like, you know what? I want to get over this. How about you eat me? How about you eat my pinky? Eat it.
Eat me up.
Eat my hand. Just do it. It'll grow back. Just eat it.
Just gobble me up.
You would be helping them. You'd be helping your friend. Get over it.
Nobody should want to be eaten. I don't know how to tell you that it is not a good idea to want to be eaten. So I don't think that we should be eating the Goron.
I think it's none of your business.
But what if I told you they were specifically created as delicacies? And every part of the Goron, except for their seed, which they carry in their belly, every part of the Goron is delicious and nourishing.
Are they okay with it? No?
No, they're specifically quite afraid of it.
Then no! Why? What is wrong with you?
But it is their literal purpose.
I don't care about the biological purpose of things. I care about what they want.
Don't matter.
Once again, the white members of Dice will roll.
No!
My favorite pastime is to go off air and like look at comments that people made during episodes and be like, why do people keep saying I'm a big vor boy? I'm sick of this. Like, what's going on? Why do people keep saying this? Then I'll turn around and do some shit like this.
I'm
Tell
sorry.
The people you're kidding right now, Darren.
You duck your great. Say psych right now. Say psych
Don't
right now.
say psych right now. Do not do it.
Would we like to play some Pathfinder?
They're not. He's not saying psych. You all have your answer. You are justified in thinking this. We are moving on.
Okay. We all like to joke around here.
This is not a joke.
Previously, in Fists of the Ruby Phoenix, the Radiant Winds collected several more feathers, both from defeating teams such as the Grave Treaders, overcoming enemies such as the Elder Cartouche, and encountering a mysterious team identifying themselves as the Lightkeepers, who mercilessly knocked out the Friends of the Radiant Winds, Touch the Stars. They then took their final feather and gave it to the Radiant Winds, saying, "We don't fucking need this." The Radiant Winds have since baited Witch Touch the Stars and bid them farewell. And that is where we find ourselves. Everyone, are we ready?
Maybe.
Perhaps.
I might be.
Yeah.
Okay. So, set the scene. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And you have all packed your bags and waved goodbye to Touch the Stars, who just a little bit earlier you saw get completely trounced. How is everyone feeling as you see their enforcer guiding them off the island back to the docks where you started? How are you all feeling as you see Touch the Stars leave?
I mean, Chuji's jazzed to see any opponent leave, because that's just better chances for everyone, or for their team. And that's just natural for Chuji. But that was brutal. That was fucking brutal.
Senku's annoyed.
Yeah, Masami is not pleased.
You did just witness what was, while all technically legal by the books, really not in the spirit of the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
That was an execution.
The that being said, you all know that you only have so many resources left, but you are on 8 out of 10 silver feathers. Meaning that you're very close to having enough to qualify if you can hold on to those feathers. You have 11 out of 32 actions left for the day, before you will probably head home as nighttime falls.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to ask how you're all doing, what you're going to do now. I'm leaving you to it. Hikari stands, kind of like surveying the area around you. Lolo lies in your bag, Sanku. What do you guys do?
Well, he makes sure the others are gone and everybody's okay. And he's like, did you guys want to go to the end of the series of islands first? I feel like it would be a waste if we didn't explore all of them.
Why not? Fuck it, right? We're here already.
Yeah!
Might as well. Hey, Hikari? Question.
Yes? Yes, what's up?
Do you know the locations of all of the stone markets?
Hikari looks a little confused, and she says, I do, yes. While I'm not sure it's in the spirit of the game to tell you where they each are, you are aware that we passed one by recently, and there's another one near our base.
Just if there's any close by near where we're going. That's it.
Yes, well, there's none on these islands, but once we return to the mainland, we will pass one by. Have you figured out an item that you'd like to purchase?
Generally, I'm still thinking on it. We have
All
enough
right.
time, though, so let's explore the islands and then we can head back.
Well, you just got the itch to shop?
Sort of.
Now I'm curious.
Hikari looks a little confused, but she shrugs and says, well, if you'd all like to lead the way, we have another boat to take.
Yay!
Alright.
Lolo crawls out of Sanku's bag and says, Chuji, are you ready to get in this boat?
No.
But you did so well on the last one, Chuji.
Did I? Were we on the
Yes.
same boat?
The one that we used to cross here. You barely complained.
Chuji goes up to Lola and grabs his little head and turns it to the side. He's like, how small are your ears?
Hey!
Are you going to take the boat onto island chain number 2?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Okay. You get over there. It's a pretty flat island. It'll only take one action to recon it. Do you recon it?
Yeah?
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that brings you down to 20 actions. That brings you to 22 out of 32 actions, which means you have 10 left. You look around for a while, and you find a fighting site on a beach. That's about it.
That's it. Okay.
So nothing really on island number 2. There is one last island on island number 3, and Lolo says, oh boy, more boating!
Ugh.
You guys head over.
Dare we look at another piece of empty land?
Yeah!
Ugh.
Might as well. I mean, we're already here.
Okay.
We
That's-
did say series of islands, so we kind of should have seen this coming.
Sanku's like, I love the ocean and islands.
Sanku, strike a cool pose on the boat!
Okay. Well,
Don't fall off.
even if I did fall off, I can swim.
Still, it would rock the boat. And Chuji's on said boat.
Don't rock the boat! Don't fall!
Now I
Exactly.
kind of want to fall.
Oh dear.
I'm kidding, I'm not gonna. He does a little pose.
It's a cool pose, I'm sure.
Yeah,
It
that's
blinds
pretty
everyone
cool.
on the boat.
So true.
So it takes an action to get you there as well, bring you to 23 points. Would you like to recon?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
What's
That
on the
brings you to
tiny
24.
worthless island?
And you guys find something.
Oh?
It's a shrine.
Oh.
You guys come across a little kind of altar at the top of a hill. There's a statue of a jolly-looking fat man. And it is very weathered, very stylistic. And surrounding him on this altar, there's loads of little hoops made of stone.
Mm-hmm.
Would anyone like to make a religion check to see if you can decipher some of this writing and figure out who this god may have been.
Sure.
All right.
No. I'm gonna get a nat 1 and you're gonna tell me it's Jesus Christ.
Superstar.
So
Who
true.
do you think you are?
Okay, Chuji, crit fail.
Who
You're
is it?
pretty sure it might be Jesus Christ.
No!
My god.
Masami, you're not really sure, but Senku, you are poring over this thing. You can easily learn stuff about it very quickly, which is to say you got a natural 20.
Oh shit.
Senku, is it possible that perhaps, because these are Taumatan gods, which would have been the old people of the fancy Philippines, considering Senku himself is a Tianmin person, someone from the fancy Philippines in their modern stage, could it be that maybe you've heard stories about them as a kid?
I think so. I think that makes sense.
Okay.
Maybe not a whole lot that they like remember everything from, but I think that he would.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's like remembering like pictures from a children's book.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of stuff. This, Senku, you quickly put together, is a shrine to Shiandivara, the Taumatan god of games, competition, and boasting. And you know that honoring Shiandivara requires playing a game at her shrine.
I like that.
There are these discs all over the place, but any game you know will do. What do you do?
Senku is like, I think I know who this is.
Yeah?
And he relays the information that because I don't remember the name of the guy because
Shiandavra.
they're Shiandavra. They're like a god to like games and stuff.
Oh shit?
Yeah, you could pray to him by playing a game.
Huh.
You want to play a game?
Fuck, got any cards?
Cards. It's more like kids games when you run around or like if you tossed a ball, that kind of game.
Oh.
Not like cards.
Anyone got a kickball?
I don't know if I brought a ball.
I didn't.
Chuji looks at Lolo.
You cannot kick him!
You could be a ball.
If it's what has to be done.
See? He's
No!
willing to make that sacrifice, and so am I. Come here.
Lolo!
Lolo rolls up into the
Oh my
ball.
god, Lolo,
Judy
I am
grabs
not
him.
letting them kick. Ah! No! He's like, why don't we just use the discs that are on the floor here? And not my familiar.
Fine, I guess. We can use the discs.
Oh my gosh. And I think, I think Senku sort of collects them. All the little discs or rings or whatever they were on the floor. Trying to figure out what kind of game they can play with them.
Also, just tossing them around at each other, fucking about.
Mm-hmm.
That will do it. You guys all partake?
Yeah.
Senku's like, think fast! And throws one directly at Chuji.
Chuji catches it, no problem.
You all play for a while, and so long as you're having fun, this will work. After a while, you all feel a warmth inside you. Kind of like the feeling that you get the day after a lot of exercise, where it's a little painful, but you really don't regret it, you know? So each of you is going to gain the blessing of Shindamvara.
Sick.
And what that's going to do is it's going to give you a +1 on all skill checks that you roll outside of combat for the rest of your time on Danger Island.
Now that is really freaking good.
That is really good.
And you know that you've gotten 2 out of 8. Not bad.
Do you guys want to head back to the teleportation place or explore more places?
Well, we could go to one of those shops.
Yeah, sure.
You wanted to go, right, Masami?
Yeah.
Then let's go.
Okay. So you're headed to the nearest stone market?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's going to take you 3 hex actions. Is that okay?
Yeah, I mean, we needed to move anyways.
Yeah.
You've got 5 left for the day, so nighttime is coming. You head to the local stone market, and you enter. And fellas, it is busy. I want you to roll me 3 D32.
3 D32?
Mm-hmm.
A 6,
6?
Okay.
28, and 21.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see if there's any interesting teams that you see in this stone market. Will you re-roll the 6? Because that was, in fact, Touch the Stars, and they are not there, I don't think.
Okay. 4.
Okay. This is funny.
Uh-oh.
So you guys enter, and there are some teams around. The Grave Treaders are here, ironically
Oh.
enough.
Hey,
what's up?
My guys!
Valindra, Gruntrak, and Revzilia are there, and Revzilia is holding a big bag of sand.
Oh, God!
I'm
Ooh.
sorry again.
They all kind of pout at you. You see a team of 3 old men, all of whom, like, one of them's wearing, like, a long, big cloak of grey. One of them is, he's got a really magnificent beard and, like, wizard robes. And another guy, I swear to God, he's got one of those fucking wizard hats. He's got, like, a white beard and a wizard hat. He looks like a wizard from a 90s poster, you know what I mean? And they are whisper arguing with each other. Lastly, you see a particularly impressive team. A group of Vikings. 2 humans, from what you can tell. One of them has, like, they're, like, all very pale and blonde. One of them has, like, lightning scars up his face. You see a bugbear, which is like a giant, hairy hobgoblin.
Bugbear! I love bugbears.
And their leader is definitely something else.
Uh-huh.
She is an orc.
Oh, yes.
I'm not talking about a half-orc. I'm saying she is a full orc.
I love women. I love women.
She
I love
stands about 7 feet tall.
Go on.
She
them. Continue.
She has, like, she's wearing heavy furs and has a kind of somber look to her. Most interesting about her is the fact that she only has one arm. The other arm is, like, where the sleeve is, it has been folded in over itself. And that would be, you know, fair enough, if it weren't for the fact that she were carrying the world's most massive fucking sword over her shoulder. Like, there's no way she is wielding this one-handed.
I love women. I love women.
Enforcers are speaking to each other. There are people up at the, merchants ready to sell. And this is a place where you could gather rumors on other teams, whether they're the ones here or ones elsewhere. And of course, you can buy items. So, what do you guys do?
I don't think Senku needs to buy anything, but I do think he kind of wants to hear rumors.
Okay, what about you, Chuji?
I think Chuji also wants some hot goss. I can't think of anything that Chuji would want to buy right now.
Okay, and Masami?
Masami is looking for a very specific vendor.
Okay.
A very specific weapons vendor.
Not the one that you spoke to earlier.
No,
right? This is a different one.
Not this same one.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I think you find the weapon vendor you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is someone that you are familiar with, right? This is what you were saying?
Yes.
Yeah. Her name is Faye. She is not from Tiansha. She is a human. She's very tall, brunette, undercut hair, kept in a top knot. Very, very in shape. And as you approach her window, she looks up at you, and I think she cracks a smile and says, "Takahara, how can I help you?"
I see.
was looking for specific weapons and other such things. Have you seen Hiroshi?
I might have seen him around. What's up?
Masami, I think, looks over their shoulder for a second and then says, Let's talk weapons business first.
Yeah, what can I get you?
Well, something that can traverse at least a bit more distance. I do have a whip and I have something else, but maybe a shuriken or 2 or 10.
I can get you a set of shurikens for sure. Let's see. Now, obviously, I didn't make these ones myself. Can't claim to be a master of a world I'm not born into, you know. She kind of looks through. But I can tell you on good consciousness that these come from no one but the best. And she picks up a box of shurikens, and she says, 1 shuriken is 1 copper. So 10 shurikens is 1 silver, and 100 shuriken is 1 gold. Probably throw these about 20 feet. They're fairly decent, I'll say that much. Anything you want from them, you can have them.
2 sets of 10 then.
20 I can do, sure, that's 2 silver.
Okay. Masami gives them the silver, but there's also a note there. And they give her a look.
Faye takes the note, reads through it. I think then puts the note down and nods at you and says, "Right, come back tomorrow."
Say hi to Hiroshi for me.
I'll do my best. And she kind of smiles and says, "Does anyone want this window? I'm done for the day." And other merchants fucking clamor.
Masami does a 2-finger salute at Faye and then walks back to the group.
So, you've spoken with your contact. Sanku, who are you looking to talk to?
Well, the thing is that I'm curious about those Vikings, but I don't know if Sanku would walk up to them.
Lolo could pester you too.
Sure.
Sanku, you must approach the Vikings. Don't you know that they're some of the greatest seamen of the West?
Please describe that in any other way than that.
You're going to need to be on good terms with the seamen.
No! Oh, don't say seamen.
I think you're making enough of a commotion that I don't think the orc is the one to, like, approach you.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's the blonde guy with the Viking, with the lightning scar up his face. He looks to be about your age, which is not particularly old.
Yeah, Sanku's literally 18.
Yeah. He kind of nods and says, "What's all this about seamen?"
Sanku's like, my familiar was trying to tell me to say hi because you also... Do you, like, sail or something? I've always lived here. I don't know anything about,
The blonde boy kind of nods a little bit and says, "Yes, actually. I've lived most of my life on the back of longboats."
Oh, whoa.
My name is Kel Pasha. It's nice to meet you.
He
Hi.
kind of offers a hand.
Senku takes it and he's like, "I'm Senku, which prince of the sea?"
This is my team. Bjorn Ramel. He points to the other blonde guy,
Who is very tall, 6'2", very pale, very thin, and half elven. And they kind of like turn and like nod at you before like turning back to like brooding and looking off into the distance. Then he turns and nods to the bugbear, who is kind of bent over. Their fur is like a blonde white, and he kind of like gives you an almost suspicious look and nods at you.
Trough Frost Knuckles, and this is our lady, Sigrid Biel. And Biel kind of like turns and looks at you, and she doesn't say anything. She's still got like that massive great axe. It's not a sword. I just checked her sheet. She nods a little bit and says, You're also missing an arm.
Uh-huh.
I respect that.
Okay. You... Okay. He gives a thumbs up very awkwardly.
Bjorn turns back to you and says, "We're Winter's Roar. We come from the land of the Linnorm Kings. With the treasures we hope to win from the Ruby Phoenix tournament, we hope to create our own Linnorm Kingdom, installing Lady Beale as our queen."
Whoa. Like a... You want to make a whole new... Like a kingdom?
Yes. It's a long story, and I'll happily talk to you about it. But what about you? And do you want to just have some conversation with these guys?
Yeah.
Okay. And are you hoping to learn more about this team or a different team?
Well, he'd like to learn about them.
Okay. So you do some talking, and certainly Winter's Roar seems like they're very stoic compared to you guys. But being from the land of the Linnorm Kings means that they intend on, like they said, making their own kingdom. The only thing is that to become a Linnorm King or Linnorm Queen in Lady Beale's part, you need to single-handedly slay a Linnorm in single combat. That's not easy. I think at one point, Sigrid Beale is kind of like sitting with you, Sanku, and she looks at you and says, "You know why we do what we do, boy?
No?
Each of us were chased from our own homes.
Oh, no.
Frost Knuckles here is a bugbear. They're not trusted back home. The same can be said for myself as an orc. Bjorn here is a practitioner of magic, which reminds many people back home of the winter witches which claim our land. And Kel Pashar," she points at the other blonde human, "is someone who had a task and failed it, which is not something that is looked upon kindly back home.
Oh, no.
We look to make a home for the outcasts. That is why we aim to win. And you? Do you have such noble cause to win the Ruby Phoenix?"
I feel bad. Not really. I just want to win because I wanted to. He feels like almost embarrassed that his reasons are like not as like good and noble. He's like, I just joined with my friends because we thought it would be fun and we could win.
I think Kel laughs a little bit and he slaps your back, Sanku, and says, "And that, my friend, is why we will be the winners. Because we have something to fight for."
Don't say that too loud in front of my friend.
And I think we're going to jump to Chuji.
Oh, yes.
Chuji. Sanku is talking to Winter's Roar, which leaves...
Oh, I know where Chuji's going. Don't worry.
Yeah?
Chuji's
Where are you
going right
going?
up to their best friend, Ravzilier.
Roselia looks at you and says, We can't give you more feathers."
Oh, I mean, I'd love to take him from you again, but, I actually want to talk to you. What's up, man? How you doing? You alright? How's your friend? They point in the sandbag. Is he,
Yes.
Is he okay?
Yes, well, no, he is sand right now.
That's true. Hey, wait, check this out. And Trudy turns into sand. Look at me, I'm your friend.
Oh,
What the fuck?
my god.
What the fuck is he doing?
And I think Grunshot comes down and says, "No, Raps! You're not supposed to turn into a cloud of sand!"
Trudy turns back and he's like, got you!
How did you do that?
I just did. Don't worry about it.
Do you wish to ask them about other teams?
Yeah.
Or are you just mocking them? Is there a particular other team that you'd like to ask about?
It's a little bit of both. Mocking them was their opener, but they did genuinely want to ask about other teams. God, they're so curious about that team with the big giant fucking bird.
You could do that.
Yeah, Chuji kind of saddles up right next to Ravzilier and he's like, okay, everything aside, I wanted to ask you, did you see that one team with like a giant bird on it? Like, you saw that, right?
Yes, I have. In fact, we spoke to them on the boat briefly.
You did?
Yes.
Can you tell me about them?
Sure. Their team name is Steps of the Sun. They're a group of battle dancers from Tianling. which is a nation of Aasimar.
Oh shit.
Everyone from Tianjing is celestial.
Oh,
Aeons ago, it was a nation ruled by angels, and they left it to their children. It would seem that the rock is meant to be not only their ride and a symbol of their angelic prowess, but their metronome, as it were. The beating of the rock's wings sets the pace for the rest of the battle when the battle dancers swing into action.
That's kind of sick. That's kind of actually really cool, what?
From what I understand, their leader comes from nobility, and they have a lot of money backing them. I wouldn't be surprised to see them among the final 8.
Huh. That's cool, I guess. I'm more interested in the bird, actually. But, hey, that's good information. Thanks, buddy. And they pat him really hard on the back. See you later, okay? Don't lose all your feathers.
You fool! We will not lose any more feathers. We refuse to battle anyone outside of our mausoleum.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna keep all of them that way, but you ain't gonna get any more.
Do you guys want to dip now that you've gotten a load of information?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You stand outside the stone market. And Hikari turns to you and says, were you able to buy everything you were looking for?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Oh yeah, what did you get?
Shuriken, just in case. Because
Oh, that's fair.
both my whip and my Kasari Gama won't be able to reach that far. I would rather want to cover some more distance if I can.
Show them off, let's see them.
They show off both boxes. My vendor doesn't really live in Tiansha, but I trust her weapons.
Oh, you
Your
have like
vendor?
a what?
Is this somebody that you like shop with a bunch?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Hiroshi only gets his weapons from the best, and that kind of passed on to me. So I've known this vendor for a while.
Oh, that's fair.
Rather than trying to get cheated on by a snake, so.
That is extremely fair.
You have 4 actions left for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Then it'll be nighttime.
Okay.
How about we head back to the teleport tower and maybe we can just look around our place?
Yeah, sure.
I
Sounds
hate
fair.
to be trapped outside here. Nowhere near where we are.
Yeah, and, well, I mean, we'd still be able to get back, I think. It's just the end of the battle day. Or battle part of the day.
Yeah, you don't need to, it's not like Don't Starve, where if you're not by the campfire, you get killed once you run out of
We
time.
all die, that's the end of the campaign.
Do you want to, spend an action, go through the teleport tower, and go back to your base?
Yeah.
Okay, so you head back through the teleport tower you came from. You follow your way through the arena, or through the open space there, through a corridor which leads you to the teleport tower nearest to your base. And that took you 1 action. You have 3 left for the day. Yippee-ki-yay.
Chuji's got the map out once they reach their closest teleportation tower, and they're like, how about this little peninsula kind of penis thing hanging off the island? And they're pointing over here.
Sounds good to me. You know I love those peninsulas.
Thank you for specifying.
Okay, we're going.
So you're going off a little corner, going off the edge of the island.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Are you going along the seaside, or are you going directly through the plains?
I was thinking seaside, but if anyone has any objections.
Yeah, seaside sounds good.
Scenic route.
Woo!
Okay. You walk along the beaches and the woods. It's kind of like a jungle beach hybrid where you are. The trees are sparser, but it's very tropical and there's a lot of sand. Would you like to recon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, roll me. Actually, no rolls. You find some stuff. You find a fighting site, which is again on a beach. But more importantly, you find something again.
Mm-hmm.
Along the side of the coast is another shrine.
Oh shit.
Oh, crap. I wasn't even particularly looking for one.
Wow.
Yeah, who knew there was one so close to home, right?
These shits are everywhere.
So, you find this one in a cove. It is kind of weathered with moss and lichen almost completely covering it, but it is a tin wayfish woman who kind of has her hand over her eyes as if she's looking into the horizon. and she has a net in her hand. And there's a lot of like seashells around the shrine. Would anyone like to roll me a religion check to try figure out what her deal is?
I'll roll you a d20
Senku,
plus 3.
Because of how well you've been doing, I'm going to give you a +2 success bonus to future checks on shrines.
That is a +3 to this, Derry.
Did you already have a +1?
Yeah, it's a skill check outside of combat.
That's so true.
Damn.
I am literally untrained in religion. Did you know that?
That's a first.
For now. I think the +1 should already be there, but I'm not sure. But other than that, it's +2.
Okay. Shuji, I think you and Sanku both recognize this one together. You probably put together what she's the goddess of, and I think that prompts Sanku into remembering.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
This is the shrine of Jinyapur. Jinyapur was the Taumatan god of sailing, swimming, and wind.
Oh.
Basically, she was the person that the Taumatans, who were a very, water-faring people, they would pray to her before going out to sea.
Aww.
She was a very major deity to them. To honor Jinyapur, you must spend 10 minutes swimming around in the waters around her shrine.
Oh, fuck.
You could just splash around if you liked.
Senku looks to Hikari and is like, it's okay if we, get into the water, right? We just can't, leave.
Oh, yes. I'm not going to disqualify you for getting into the ocean, no.
Okay, so, because I remembered something about, not being able to leave, and I was afraid that meant, you couldn't, step off the water.
No, you're fine. I think she smiles a little bit.
Senku is like, oh, then I'm getting in, and he's going to take off the clothing that he doesn't need to get in the water.
Okay. Do the rest of you come around and splash as well? Little beach episode? In an anime?
Chuji very much stays in the shallow part of the ocean. Maybe, up to their ankles. They, roll their pants up and everything. They're like, oh.
Yeah, Masami goes in for a dip.
Okay. You guys splash around, even if Chuji's afraid of water.
Not afraid, they just can't swim.
Senku at some point is like, Chuji, why don't you learn to swim?
I don't want to.
But it's a good idea to know how to swim in general.
No.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
What if you had fallen off of the boat?
I think the worst part is,
Uh-huh.
Shuji, as this is happening, and you're arguing with Sanku and splashing around, you realize very suddenly that your feet haven't been touching the ground for some time now.
Uh-oh.
You literally learned how to swim in the middle of this argument.
They start panicking.
You are fine. You are doing okay. It's almost supernatural. Almost like it is supernatural.
Almost like we're right by a shrine.
Okay, this shrine is really freaking me out.
You have all gained the blessing of Jinyapur. And you have all been granted the gift of the currents. For the duration of your stay on Bonmu, whenever you roll a success on an athletics check to swim, you get a critical success instead. You literally are all extremely good at swimming.
Cool.
That's weird. That was weird. That was cool, but that was weird.
Senku is like, wow, I'm even better at swimming than before. He gets out of the water and he shakes his head. He shakes the water out of his hair.
Chuji's bangs are even farther in their face.
You guys have gained another blessing, making you 3 out of 8.
Wonderful.
You are at 31 out of 32 actions. I don't think there's much more you can do today.
Yeah. Probably not.
What now? Do you want to head home?
Yeah. Might as well.
Yeah, sure.
Back you go. And as you're entering your temple, Amatar is inside, and he says, "Good evening, everyone. How was your journey today? Back nice and late, I'm seeing. Well, what do you all think?" And as you kind of come inside, holy shit, how much did this little guy clean?
Oh my god.
It's
Whoa.
looking really good. when did these works of art get put on the walls? Who brought these works of art here?
Did you
Avatar didn't.
did you do this all today?
Yep,
Where did the art come from?
made it.
You made this.
Today?
How fast do you work? I didn't realize that you guys were that fast.
Oh, well, it just takes a bit of discipline.
Is it dried? And like Chuji like starts like putting their hand towards one of the things.
Don't touch it! No, it's not dried. I'm a miracle worker, not a miracle worker.
Okay.
Ha ha ha.
Hikari kind of clears her throat and says, one way or another, Radiant wins. You have successfully beaten your first day on Danger Island. You've gained 8 out of 10 silver feathers. You bet 3 teams, encountered a dangerous monster, and found 3 Taumatan shrines. I would consider that a very well-spent night.
Thank you very much.
And everyone, you all feel like you've grown a lot over the last day.
Yeah.
In fact, if you had to measure your power level, you might say that it has gone from 12 to 13.
Dude.
Level up.
One whole number up.
God.
So, we're going to quickly level you guys up. Just real fast. There's not too much to gain this level, so don't even worry about it too much. But who wants to go first?
I'm pulling up my things, so give me just a second.
I gotta erase all the shit I just put in my thing.
Shuji,
Hi.
you've got 200 HP.
Yeah, 203.
Fucking hell.
Bruh.
Okay. And your AC is 35. Good lord.
Yeah, it went up by 3. Can you believe it?
Oh, you must have gained mastery in your armor.
Yeah.
Really nice. Okay. So, Shuji, what did you take this level?
I get an ancestry feat. I want your opinion. Do you think I should get bounce back or clever improviser?
Clever improvisation is always nice. It makes skills that you're not trained in pretty good.
I would love to
That's
have
true.
a bunch of
What's
bounce
bounce
back.
Ariado
back?
had that. That's why she was very smart.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Bounce back is you recover from a near-death experience with astounding resilience. Don't increase the value of your wounded condition due to losing the dying condition.
Oh my god. So that basically means that you can... Usually when you are knocked to be, unconscious, you gain the wounded condition, which means you automatically fail a death saving throw next time you go down.
Yep.
But you can say, fuck that entirely.
I can. Or I could if I take this.
You're not interested in Form of the Bat, well, actually, hold on. What about Daywalker?
Oh, I forgot to turn on Dompier for my ancestry. Fuck. I was like, wow, all these human ones fucking suck.
Daywalker lets you ignore your negative stuff when you're in daylight.
Oh, shit.
Meaning that Sanku could cast heal on you mid-combat.
Oh, that's true, I forgot. That's a really good one for Dompiers.
You could actually get into fucking sauna and not, have nothing happen to you.
You know what? I'm gonna save Bounce Back, and I'm gonna save Clever Improviser for later levels.
You want to take Daywalker?
I want to take Daywalker.
Awesome, okay. What else do you get this level?
That's your question. I don't know.
At this level, you gain an Ancestry feat, you gain Graceful Mastery, Master Strikes, and a skill increase.
Ooh.
So Graceful Mastery means that you are Master in Unarmed Defense, and you're Master in your unarmed attacks and simple weapons.
Yes.
Which means that, you're just a lot stronger, period.
I kill.
And a skill increase.
Yes. Okay.
What skill are you going to get better in?
Fuck it. Wild card, occultism.
Okay, sure. Are you bringing up your occultism to expert?
Yeah.
Alright,
What if we need
sure.
it?
Awesome. And that's you, Chuji, right?
Yeah?
Okay. And Senku, will we do you first?
Sure.
Okay. So, level 13. Obviously, everything goes up by 1, except for your HP, which goes up by a good bit, bringing you from 116 HP to 125 HP.
Hell yeah.
At level 13, as a witch, you are going to gain your first 7th level spells. You're going to gain an ancestry feat. You're going to gain a skill increase, weapon specialization, which does more damage on your weapons, and defensive robes, which makes you expert at armor. Hooray!
Woo!
Hooray!
Now, let's start with your spells. You get 2 new spells this level at level 7.
I have one spell. I'm still not sure about the other one.
Okay. What's your one spell?
I was thinking about either Sunburst or Volcanic Eruption.
Okay. Well, both of those are very good spells.
Oh shit. So I didn't see this one. Actually, could I take Moonburst instead? I didn't see that spell. I saw the word uncommon and just skipped past most of the uncommon spell.
Yeah, so normally uncommon spells you would have to ask me for permission for. Moonburst is essentially the cold version of Sunburst, which means that you can fuck up undead creatures real hard with this. I think, moon, waves, I think the connection is enough for me to say, yeah, Senku can definitely learn Moonburst.
Okay, then I'm going to take Moonburst. I'm gonna put that right here for a second. And the other, I'm not sure what else to take. I kind of was just unsure what felt useful.
Well, Volcanic Eruption, like you said, is a very nice one. You create a fucking volcano. What's not to love?
You're not wrong about that.
Okay. And what about your Ancestry feat? Where are you going to grab? What about... you've got Translucent Skin, which would make you able to hide completely underwater. I don't know how much that will come on handy.
Mm-hmm.
There's Summon Water Elemental, which lets you cast Summon Elemental as a 5th level primal innate spell.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Steam Spell, which lets you cast fire spells underwater with no problem.
I also don't know how important that would be.
You could take Bounce Back, the one that Chuji was talking about earlier.
Yeah, sure. I'll take that one.
Okay, and that means that it's harder for you to get knocked down permanently. Okay, and what's the skill that you're going to grab?
Trains in religion.
It could be useful.
Yeah, I think it might be useful.
Okay, trained in religion it is.
Alright.
Okay. And is that you, Senku?
Yep.
Masami, we'll look at you next. So level 13, going up in HP and everything else aside,
Yep.
What are you going to take this level?
I know for a fact my Ancestry feat is going to be Kitsune Spell Expertise.
And what's Kitsune Spell Expertise do?
So, to show your magical mastery during your daily preparations, choose Confuse, Death Ward, or Illusory Sense. Cast a spell as a 5th level Divine Innate spell once that day. I become an expert in Divine spells and spell attack rolls. That doesn't super apply to me because I'm not a Divine caster. However, this does mean that Masami has more tails.
Oh shit, okay. How many tails are you going to have?
The thing is, they still show 2, but previously they had 4. Now they have 6.
Okay, shit, nice! So you're only choosing to show 2?
Yes.
Right?
It's a tactic that they use. So you know how in the last episode that one girl comments on how they only have 2 tails?
Yeah.
And the max is 9?
Yeah.
Yeah. Masami wasn't bluffing. They were like, yeah, I just choose to show 2. It's smarter that way.
Okay, I like it.
They underestimate me to the point where I can actually go ham, and then they fuck up.
Okay, fuck yeah. Awesome. So you get all those spells. You'll be trained those onto your sheet.
Yes, I'll throw them soon because I have to choose between them. I'm gonna have all of them. I just have to choose between which one I want to use.
Yeah. You also you lose your 5th level spells and gain 7th level spells.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, that is how
you can take those lower level ones back if you so choose. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Let me actually see what I have for those spells.
Blink Charge and Mirror Malefactors, for example, are technically gone.
Yeah.
You can take them back, or you can take new ones instead.
I will have to see what my 7th level spells are first. Because if they're just stronger, then I will just use those. But the first one I see is Magnificent Mansion. That's hilarious.
Yeah, Masami casts I have a fuck's house now. There's Time Beacon.
I'm sorry? Hang on, I didn't even look. I'm not even looking at the keys yet. Hang on.
Time Beacon. You create a beacon in time, intending to return to it if things go wrong. You can cast Time Beacon only on your turn. It's one action. You keep careful track of everything that happens after this turn after you cast Time Beacon. At the end of your turn, you can choose to rewind time to just after you cast Time Beacon, removing all effects of your turn since then. So basically, this is, I'm about to press the undo button.
Oh. Oh, that is good.
It's a very interesting one, I'll say that much.
Hang on. Reverse gravity?
Reverse Gravity is one you could cast.
Oh.
Now, normally it's uncommon, but I think I would be okay with Masami getting it.
Masami becomes a time mage. Oh, man. That sounds really cool. 40-foot tall cylinder. Oh my god. I know one of my spells. Absolutely. I already know one of my spells. Shadow Raid.
Oh shit, you can grab Shadow Raid? Fuck yeah, okay. And I think that actually does work with Expensive Spell Strike.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, you gonna grab Shadow Raid?
Yes.
Are you grabbing Blink Charge again?
I want to grab Mirror Malefactors, actually. Blink
Okay.
Charge is good, but I believe it's only, like, movement-based. That's fine, I still have Dimensional Assault.
Okay,
Mirror
sweet.
Malefactors, though, is very strong.
Yeah, you've done a lot with Mirror Malefactors. Okay, so you lose your Blink Charge, and you gain Shadow Raid, which lets you create a fucking army of Laughing Shadows.
I sure do.
Okay. Aside from that, do you gain anything in particular?
I also gain Weapon Mastery and a skill increase.
Okay. Weapon Mastery will mean you hit harder, and I believe you even gain some extra bonus damage, which is quite nice.
Thank goodness.
And a skill increase.
Oh, man. I don't want to spread myself too thin, so I'm not sure if I should bring something up I'm already trained in, or bring up religion specifically.
Up to you.
Decisions. I think I'm actually going to bring up Arcana.
Okay. Are you bringing it up to Master?
Or Society. Well, no, I'm trained in these.
Okay, bring it up to Expert.
Yeah.
Awesome, okay.
Arcana, Society, or Survival. Survival's been pretty good for this one. But how long are we going to be using Survival for?
Literally only a few days.
Exactly. And Arcana's always going to be useful. Yeah, I'm going to bring up Arcana.
Okay.
Expert.
And is that you, Masami?
That is me.
Okay. And I think that's everyone.
Fuck yeah.
Awesome.
So, nighttime falls, and everyone sleeps soundly. Well, ideally that would be the case. But unfortunately, it is not. In the wee hours of the night, Sanku, Witch Prince of the Sea, you have a nightmare again. It's as unpleasant as ever. You see flashing fangs and 4 unrelenting, staring sets of eyes, the color blue as it rises up in front of you. You can hear Shuji and Masami's voice yelling at you to get back. But of course it happens the same way it always does. Thank you, how are you doing?
Oh, you know. I don't think he's doing well. I think he's, like, tossing and turning in his sleep. And I think he's making noise. I don't think he's, like, screaming or anything. But, you know, when you're asleep, but, you're, like, dreaming, like, hard, and you make noise, it's like that.
Okay, I think, Sanku, you make enough noise, certainly, to alert the others. Masami, Chuji, and Hikari are all stirred by your clear distress in your sleep. And Hikari kind of looks at you guys. Is he all right? What's happening?
Probably a nightmare. It looks like a nightmare. Hey, Masami goes over to Senku and, like, very gently puts a hand on his shoulder and tries to shake him awake.
Chuji's, like, crawling over.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay?
He sort of sits up. His hair looks like a mess. He's, like, sticking up in the back, and he's like,
You good?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm okay. And he's, like, rubbing his face.
Are you sure, man? That was pretty rough looking.
Oh, no, totally, I'm great.
You're sure?
Uh-huh. He's sweating.
I think Masami and Chuji, both of you know Senku is lying, but you also know he is completely unwilling to talk about this topic and has been since it happened.
Mm-mm.
Alright. We're here if you need anything.
Mm-hmm.
I think Lolo stirs, and he realizes almost immediately what's happening just by the looks on everyone's faces. He says, Sanku, how about you and I go read some stories together?
Okay.
Let's go. Have I ever told you the story of Jaslyn, the water eater?
Doesn't everybody eat water?
Oh, not like Jaslyn. He kind of guides you off, but I think as Hikari is kind of glancing over at you guys, Masami and Chuji, you are fully aware that Senku has had another bad dream about the night he lost his arm.
Yeah.
How are you two doing? Because that night, to both of you, meant a lot of things as well.
Chuji looks guilty.
And Masami looks conflicted.
Hikari glances at everyone, but it's not her business. She gets back to sleep, and soon Masami and Chuji, you do as well, and eventually Senku, so do you.
Oh, can I just say,
Yeah?
when Senku comes back to bed, there's like a glass of water next to his bed.
Senku drinks it.
Like a piece of like candy that you can tell has been like in the bottom of a bag.
Jeez. I love Chuji.
Lolo's like, how did this get here? Clearly we must have a friendly spirit looking out for us.
Oh my god. I'm sure we do, though.
And so, you all go back to sleep. Day 2. Begin.
Oh, fuck.
Dice will return after these messages.
Greetings, adventurers. Royari San Sarnax here, swashbuckler, sword saint, and style icon. Today I come to you with a very special message from our sponsors for this episode, the magnificent bodymancers at Manscaped. Darlings, your balls will thank you when you buy their products like the Lawnmower 4.0, Crop Preserver, or even the ear and nose hair trimmer, the Weed Whacker. As someone who always wants to look their very best, no matter my state of dress, products like these make my life so much easier, and Manscaped really does get the job done exceptionally well. So come one, come all, use code DICEWILLROLL for 20% off, as well as free shipping at manscaped.com. That's code DICEWILLROLL, all one word.
We now return to Dice Will Roll.
So, morning comes, and the sun rises. Masami and Chuji, you wake to Senku, who is probably doing some stretches and pretending like nothing happened last night.
Yep.
How's everyone doing?
Senku's great.
Chuji looks like they're trying to ward off worry and also maybe act like nothing happened.
And Masami is as stone-faced as ever. They are not saying a thing. They are doing their daily preparations, though, and swapping out a cantrip.
And listeners at home are probably all thinking, gee, what the hell happened? And the answer is, these guys will never tell.
Don't worry about it, that's the answer.
So true.
Hikari rises, and after glancing at how absolutely nobody's talking about it, she inhales and says, well, everyone, day 2. Today is the final day of free roaming. Tomorrow, at noon, you will all be summoned to the mountain. And the first 8 people to get to the mountain with 10 feathers will be granted entry into the Ruby Phoenix tournament.
Oh, then we should do as much exploring today as we can, then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe a few fights in between.
Of course! I didn't prepare these spells for nothing. I've got volcanic eruption now.
And Amatar pokes his head around the door, and he says, well, if you're looking for some fights, there's a lady outside.
There's a lady outside?
Just one person outside?
Yeah.
Okay. Say,
How is it everyone wakes up earlier than we do?
Yeah,
no,
what?
I don't think we wake up that late. Senku is brushing his hair as he goes to answer the door.
Masami's hair is still messy, but they still put in their very low ponytail.
Senku goes to greet them.
Okay. Are you all gonna go outside and, greet this singular lady?
Yeah, I guess.
So true, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. You guys make your way outside.
Mm-hmm.
As you come outside, standing on a hill overlooking the temple is a singular woman. She's a Tian woman.
Hi!
She has her
Yeah?
Okay, I forgot we had some people attracted to women in this party.
Derry, you're...
How could you forget?
All like women.
She is a Tian woman with her hair in space buns. She has how would you guys describe this top?
Halter top.
the gay people top. No, it's...
Halter top.
Yeah,
it's
it's a halter.
Halter top.
a halter
Yeah.
top and it's cropped.
Yeah, a cropped halter top.
Basically kind of the same thing Masami has on a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit skimpier. I'll say that.
For
Yeah.
She's got a band-aid on her cheek. She has bandages around her waist, and a really a sleeve tattoo on one arm. And she's got her arms crossed, and she looks down at you all and says, "Radiant wins."
Hi.
Hey,
Hi.
how's it going?
I've heard about your exploits, and I've heard about your 8 silver feathers.
Who told you?
True.
A little birdie in the shape of a vampire.
Oh.
You know, payback. I can respect it.
Let me introduce myself. I'm Hana.
Cool. Are you just
Nice
here
to meet
alone?
you.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
Masami immediately looks to the back and above.
Do you want to make a perception check?
Yes.
Okay. Masami, I think you can tell that her teammates are hiding in the trees behind her.
I see. Masami gives them a wave. They do the 2-finger salute hey.
They squint at you. Hana's the only one openly presenting herself.
Yeah. I like your teammate.
There's a smile crosses Hana's lips, and she says, "Let's put this simply. I've got 5 feathers. I'd like to have 7.
yeah.
I'm gonna bet 2 feathers. If I win, I'll have 7. If I lose, you'll have 10. And then, all of Danger Island will be hunting you.
Oh,
So
wow.
really, you must think carefully. Is that the kind of heat you want?"
Absolutely it is.
Oh.
You shouldn't have asked that question with Chuji around.
Wrong team, bitch.
She
Yeah.
grins a little bit cockily and says, "Enforcer." She gives an enforcer who emerges from the trees 2 feathers. And your team, give your enforcer the feathers. And Hikari kind of turns to you, Chuji, and makes a grabby hand.
Yeah, Chuji takes 2 feathers off and with a click kind of gives it to her.
She leans in and whispers, she says, if you win this, you'll have 10. That's amazing.
Right?
Better make it count then.
She goes and stands with the others. And Hannah nods and says, we'll fight outside. How does that sound? Right here, right now.
Sure.
Alright.
So your buddies are snipers then?
No, not quite. Enforcers, you can start the match. And Hikari shrugs and says, Ready wins? Are you ready?
Sure.
Sure.
And the other enforcer says, Hannah's hundreds! Are you ready?
Hundreds?
And then, coming from the undergrowth, comes an overwhelming hi! And rushing out from the jungle comes 100 motherfuckers!
Are you serious?
Why in the world do you have 100 people?
And Hannah raises her arms and says, there's strength in numbers! And no ruling saying you can't have 100 people on your team!
I mean, that's based, but...
I mean, you. Props to you for leading your own fucking army, but girl.
Oh my gosh!
Everyone, you are going up against a troop! Roll initiative!
Okay.
Okay. Oh shit, I forgot I have...
29.
35.
1 second.
Are you gonna put 100 tokens on the map?
Please say 10 for 10 of them, please. Say 10 for 10. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. She Chuji! Your turn begins as 100 motherfuckers run out of the trees, and you can see some of them are wielding just their fists, some of them are wearing clubs, some of them have swords, some of them have axes, some of them have knives, and they're all running directly at you. Ah! What the fuck do you do?
That's a great question.
This is a troop, by the way. The way that troops work is that they have 16 tokens spread across the map, and depending on how many are left, that number of tokens will fall. But technically, they all count as one creature. Uh-huh. So you don't have to, aim for, Hannah or anything. You just have to, take on the group, you know?
Yeah. So fear is one target, right?
Yes, fear is a one-target thing, I'm afraid. It will not work on a troop.
Yeah.
They have troop defenses, which means that certain things won't work on them.
Alright. No spells this round. Shit. They're gonna go right for Hana.
Okay, go for it.
So Chudi's going to get into crane stance.
Okay, boosting your AC, go ahead.
I hope. And Chudi's going to take one action, go up to Hana, and with their last 2 actions, 1-inch punch.
Okay. A 39 is going to be a hit against a group.
Cool.
So you rush towards Hannah among her people, and that's going to be a hit. Roll damage.
It'll be 30 damage.
Okay, 30 damage indeed. 30 damage, okay. Chuji, you deck into Hannah, and other people from around her are, overwhelming you already. But yeah, you find yourself in the middle of the melee. Mm-hmm. Next in the order is going to be Senku. Senku! Oh god!
I'm going...
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, there is. Though they are all grouped up together is the problem.
Uh-huh.
And I think it would be a little bit extremely funny if I immediately casted a 7th level spell.
Okay. What spell?
I think I'm going to cast Volcanic Eruption.
Okay, Senku, describe this for me.
An underwater volcano?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Where it's mostly steam.
but it's like extremely hot steam. I think it's like that. I think that's what the volcano is like.
Okay, cool.
And okay, so I'm gonna need a. Okay, I'm just gonna press cast because I've.
Yeah, please. Okay, so the ground opens up, spraying a column of lava. A column of lava high into the air in a vertical cylinder, dealing 14d6 damage to all creatures in the area. Because this is one creature, it's not going to hit them multiple times, technically speaking. But troops have a weakness to area damage, so they will take more damage than normal. And it may encase some of these guys in rock, which is fucked up.
I promise it'll be fine.
So, reflex save as people from the group jump to all sides. And that's going to be a success. Some of them jump to the side, some of them jump to the other side. Oh, get out of here! Oh! So, the troop is going to take half damage. Roll it.
Alright, that's 47. Well, half of 47.
Alright, half 47, that is 23 damage, plus another 20, meaning it is a total of 43 damage. Which, yeah, not bad. None of them are, like, encased in rock, but you can see that, like, they're all kind of, like, stumbling around. And you get the feeling that perhaps these guys are maybe not all professional.
Strength in numbers.
Yeah, that's what I had a feeling.
Strength of thousands.
You know what it's like? This is maybe really niche, but if any of you have ever watched Takeshi's Castle...
Yes.
Yeah, that game show. It's like that. It's not an army. It's a Takeshi's Castle situation.
I love that.
Where it's just a load of people running in the same direction and hoping that they're not the one that gets punched to shit. Okay, Sanku, how many actions did that take?
I believe that was 2. I'm gonna use...
yes, it is. You have 1 action left.
My last action to...
You could try roll society to squint a hand and figure some stuff out.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you rolled?
Yeah.
Alright. I think what you can tell is that...
If I failed, remember that I have a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think you're going to make a guess here, right?
Okay.
You think that Hannah and her group either are going capable of throwing like a load of knives all at once, or are capable of kind of like grouping up and spinning together like a huge Beyblade of destruction. Mm-hmm. You're not really sure which, but by the looks of the way that people are holding themselves, it could be either.
Okay. 6.
Masami, it is your turn. Christ.
Yes, the chain lightning won't work here, huh?
It will, actually.
What?
It is technically single target, but it hits more than one person at a time. Think of it less like, oh, it's something I can do to only one person, and more like if you have to single out a person from the crowd to do it. Like, melee attacks still work. You can still punch a crowd. But you can't...
You can punch people in a crowd. You can't punch a single person in a crowd.
Yeah, you can't target a single person in that crowd.
God. Okay. Then, in no particular order, Masami is just gonna cast Chain Lightning Raw.
Okay.
No spell strike, no nothing, just Chain Lightning.
Alright. They have to make a reflex save, right?
Yes.
Okay. And what I'll do is I'll let this work a couple of times.
Okay.
Okay, first time. Success by 9, not by... Ooh, that was a close one. Okay, lightning arcs into them. Let's see if it arcs again. That's another success. That's 2 successes. And last one I'm going to roll.
And another success.
Okay, so that's going to be 1.5 times damage. So roll me that damage, and they'll take full and a half.
Okay.
Woo.
45.
Okay, so that's going to be 45... Plus, hold on, something interesting happens.
Oh?
A load of them have by now fallen over, and you can see that the group has changed from 16 squares to 12 squares.
Huh.
Okay.
Meaning that they are 1/3 of their way through their HP.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
on top of that 45, they're going to take an additional 22, bringing them down to what essentially 67 damage. Not bad.
Okay.
Masami, you have one action left. What do you do?
That could have been better, could have been worse. They're gonna go into Arcane Cascade stance. Like damage type is electricity because, yeah.
Okay, Masami, you are prepping up to do more damage as your laughing shadow beckons behind you. And is that your turn?
That is their turn.
Okay. Hana is dueling against you, Chuji, and she points and says, Hana's 100, charge! And you hear a, yeah! Coming from everyone as they fucking run you over. Everyone needs to make a reflex save, as they literally just charge through your space.
Jesus Christ.
Damn. 30?
30, okay.
40.
I'm using the hero point.
Okay.
I rolled a nat 1, so I'm re-rolling that, thank you. Ooh. Well, it's not a nat 1. I rolled
true.
26.
Well, it's not a crit fail thanks to your reroll. However, Shuji and Sanku, you both fail, and Masami, you're going to take full damage. Or Masami, you're going to take half damage for this. That is going to be 27 bludgeoning damage to Chuji and Sanku. And Masami, that is going to be 13 bludgeoning damage. As basically they literally just run over you, like kicking you as they go. And at the end of their action, they're going to form up, meaning that they change the shape of their 12 tokens to be in a different group, which means that they have literally boxed in Sanku and Masami. You are surrounded by on all angles. Chuji, you are separated from your party because they are circling around Sanku and Masami.
Fuck. Hold on, does that running past me count as fleeing?
It does count as movement.
Stand still, baby!
Wait, hang on a minute. Attack of opportunity?
Yeah.
Yes. You know what? Yes, you both do that.
Just a regular hit, baby. 39.
39's a hit. Masami?
41.
41's a hit. Roll damage.
It's 20 damage from Chuji.
23.
Okay. And Masami, as you, basically, you're not, attacking one single person. The way it's working is that Chuji and Masami, both of you are punch, 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 as they run past you. And yeah, they're hitting you, but you're hitting them back. And you actually hit them so hard that their space falls again, going from occupying a total of 12 squares to 8 squares.
Nice.
Which means that you are actually no longer boxed in. Because they generally do not have the space to do that. Chuji, you're not separated from your allies.
Cool.
Sanku, it is your turn. They're still all around you, but you've successfully knocked out a load of guys at this point. What do you do?
I think he's gonna move away because he doesn't want to. He does not want to be near them. So he's gonna run off. Okay, he's gonna run off 25 feet, and I think he's going to cast Spout. Is a one person, or is that a
Spout can hit multiple people.
Okay, then I think I'm gonna cast Spout.
Okay. Yeah, it's a 5-foot burst, so that would be technically an area spell.
Okay.
So they have to make a reflex save, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a success. They'll take half damage plus 20.
23 full, so that's
11 plus 20.
Yeah.
Meaning that they take a total of 31 damage.
Yeah.
You can see that only the most hardcore of Hannah's 100 are left remaining, as most of them are kind of sprawled around the temple grounds, groaning in pain. Dripping water after you splashed him with it. And is that going to be your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Masami, it's your turn. You can see that Hannah's 100s are not really holding up too well. What do you do?
I think they're going to distracting spells. Can I distracting spell strike this? Actually, I'm not sure if I can. They're a swarm. There are two.
I don't think a feint will work on them. I'm afraid there's too many.
Okay, so then I'm just going to do a generic spell strike. Can I do it with electric arc?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And that is technically an area spell.
All right. So, 40.
40 is going to be a hit. Roll damage.
That is 20. damage along with the 23 damage.
Okay, Masami, how do you take out the last and most heroic fighters on Hannah's hundreds?
So I think they just focus from their arcane cascade electricity into their blade, and I would like to say it's kind of like a flurry of different of like slashes that leave like trails of light where they slashed until it all kind of stills and goes into like this burst of electricity.
Okay. There's a flash of lightning before Hannah's hundreds fall, and like, kind of falling to her knees in front of you is Hannah herself. And she looks up at you and grits her teeth and says, "You've bested us." She collapses on the floor. And she is KO.
Oh, baby, you know what that means?
We've got 10!
Ah!
He does a little dance in place. Senku sort of nudges her and is like, "Are you okay?"
How? How could you take on our sheer numbers?
Masami holds out a hand and goes, "You may have numbers, but numbers don't mean a lot if quality is in question.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that you are an outstanding fighter. However, there are some in your numbers that need a bit more training."
Your men kind of suck.
They're okay.
Frowns and she gets up and says, "Fine, we're back to 5 feathers and you're up to 10. But let me tell you this, Radiant Winds. It only gets harder from here on out. Once my 100 men have told everyone that you have 10 feathers, they'll be hunting you down, seeking glory and feathers."
I'll be looking forward to it.
We're gonna go explore the island some more.
She kind of nods her head and says, "Hannah's hundreds, retreat!" And people go, "Ugh."
Don't forget to take breaks!
Yeah, they kind of, they start
You
moving.
guys you need some bandages for your boys?
You guys should unionize.
Lolo is on your shoulder, Senku, and he looks very serious.
Yes. Yes.
Mm.
Why are you looking all like you're about to tell me some sort of lesson?
Senku,
Yes.
there's only 67 of them.
What?
There's 67 of them. I counted.
You only have 67 people?!
Hannah's 100 retreat!
Wait, what?
They say, running into the jungle.
Hope to see you again.
They're lying!
Well, huh?
It's
Their name was Clickbait.
just the name.
Hikari steps forward and she's got a very smug smile on, and she bows and says, "And with that, Radiant Winds, you've gained your 10th silver feathers."
Sick.
Yay!
How does it feel to be mentoring the winning team, huh?
Well, you heard Miss Hannah. From now on, it only gets harder. You are no longer allowed to reject challenges.
We weren't allowed to reject challenges in the first place.
Chuji.
Yeah.
Moreover, the enforcers will actively be seeking you to challenge you.
Oh, great.
And
Right. Oh god. Wait. Oh god. No.
It's okay. We're strong.
I know. He's kind of annoying.
You don't want to see your weird
Fucking
uncle?
annoying.
Yeah, but if you beat him, then you'll be even cooler, and it's awesome. You were saying, Hikari?
Yeah. Did they leave us alone after we beat them? When we beat them?
no.
No.
Cool.
Especially if I'm on this team. No.
So, staying here in your base is an option, but they will be looking for you.
And this is the first place they would look.
I think
Considering.
I think
Yeah.
that I think that we should probably just keep going exploring anyways, so we can try and keep away from anybody that would be annoying to fight right now, and
Yeah.
find stuff anyways, because, I mean, we're not just here to get the feathers. You said that the treasure that we get to keep, right? Yes, Hikari?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Then we should look for treasure now.
Alright.
Treasure in those other shrines.
Oh,
Listen,
yes.
when a god says in my head, find the other shrines, I kind of want to listen.
Shall we return to the jungle?
Sure.
Yeah, and let's try going through a path that we haven't gone through yet. One, because of exploration. Two, people probably know our path.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Also know where we live. If Hana was able to find us, then Jesus.
Alright, sorry, I'm opening up my notes, and we have 32 actions left.
Okay.
So,
We never finished exploring up there. And Chuji points to the little dongle that they're near.
you mean the little...
The peninsula.
Yeah.
The
Why do you
peninsula.
keep calling it a dongle?
But it's I'm sorry. I'm not a topography major.
Neither am I. I'm.
How do you know
literally-
that?
Because it's basic geography, Chuji!
I have
We've been
never
through this
studied
after
geography.
you tried to humiliate me!
What?
Yeah, wait, also, did you say typography,
I said
or...?
topography. Thank you.
Okay, I was about... Okay.
I know some things.
Hikari clears her throat.
Anyways.
I will say there's also the nearby stone market.
Yes.
Masami remembers what Faye told him, and there go, oh right, you guys want to stock up on some stuff before we go?
Sure, yeah.
In case we need, like, healing potions or anything. Senku, I know that you can heal us, I would like for you to...
Yeah, we
Yes? Yeah.
Can, we can get healing
Potions.
potions if it's faster. Yeah, don't worry.
Well, I wouldn't say faster, but I would say like, your healing is also important.
Smile.
We don't want that running out.
Oh, don't worry. I have a healing thing that I can do all day. I just need to rest before doing it again.
And we don't want you tiring out. Let's go to the stone markets.
Okay.
Stolen market.
It's like errands with my parents.
Okay, so
Let's be
you guys
quick.
go down to the stone market, and because it's early in the morning, I only want you to roll one d32.
Oh.
Fuck it. Touch the Stars is still here for some reason.
31.
31?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you enter, Masami, you see the other team that's here, and you're immediately like, not this shit, and you go up and you start talking to Faye.
Okay.
Because you recognize one of the people here.
Okay.
It's a tiefling.
Oh, the one that was... okay.
You see a red-headed tiefling with, like, big old wings, horns, and red eyes. And he is standing beside another tiefling who she's a woman. She has purple skin and ram's horns. Both of them are obviously Tian. And both of them look annoying as hell because they're playing music.
I love them.
Oh god.
And you can tell from the way that they are dressed to the way that they are playing music that you know what kind of team they are.
Mm-hmm.
We do?
Yeah. Let me just...
I'm afraid of the hesitation here.
Yeah, me too.
As you enter this place, you hear them playing very strange and energetic music. Music very popular in the peaceful kingdom of Huanggo, which many people might say is fantasy Korea. And you know that these tieflings, are H-pop artists.
Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god.
This is a real thing in Pathfinder.
Are you serious?
I'm...
That's
oh my
so funny.
god.
Oh my god.
And they are serenading the fucking people who are selling stuff. Masami, I'm going to assume you're going to ignore them and go directly towards Faye.
Masami, like, puts, like, takes something out from like their collar, puts up a face mask, and goes immediately to Faye. They even like dispel their tails for a second.
Okay.
They're like, don't recognize me, don't recognize me, don't recognize me.
Sure. Chuji and Sanku, do you want to approach this team?
Sanku's totally fine approaching the team.
Chuji goes with him, hesitantly.
The two tieflings play their song and then finish their set, and they bow towards the people, and then they bow towards you. And the red tiefling, the guy, comes up to you, Sanku, and he puts his finger under your chin and makes you look up into his eyes and says, "Hey, baby."
Whoa! His entire face turns hot. He's like, okay, hi.
Would you like to show?
Hey, man. Back off. Whoa, like Chuji puts like a hand up to his face.
I take as you're doing
cringe
that,
in real life.
the other one, the purple one, the girl, she steps forward and says, "What, are you not able to handle the heat?"
Oh,
baby?
what? Baby?
You heard me.
I wish I didn't.
Why don't we introduce ourselves? Says the purple one, the lady. My name is Lady Yi. And she kind of flourishes to the red one, the guy, and he bows and says, "And my name's Lord Ryong. A pleasure to meet you. And together, we make Devil's Jews!"
Hi.
And the two of them kind of like fold their arms and nod at you.
Congrats. Do you guys just like play out here?
Huh. Ryong kind of like laughs and he looks at his nails, but we play wherever the muse calls us to play. And Yi kind of like points at the people who are selling stuff. And with all these beautiful, adoring fans here, we couldn't help ourselves.
We're here to win, and we're here to get famous. Not that we're already not famous. You've probably already heard of us from our many, many best-selling tours around Hango.
I've never heard of you in my life.
And he nods, and he takes something out of his pocket, and he gives you it.
What is it?
It's a scroll.
Chuji opens the scroll.
It's a poster. It's signed.
What's the poster of?
What the fuck do you think? It's Devil's Jews.
Thanks. I'll keep this for sure. And then Chuji literally throws it behind them.
And what are you supposed to be? A team dressing up as traveling vagrants.
No, I think we're just traveling vagrants.
True.
Ryong, the red one, laughs a little bit and he throws his hair back and he says,
Whatever. So, how are you doing? You're doing well through this whole tournament? What are you, like, tree feathers by now?
Oh, actually, we are doing pretty good. I'd say maybe, and Chuji, like, grabs their feathers from their belt and fucking puts it right in front of his face. 10 feathers in!
the great Lord Ryong goes very quiet, very quick. And Lady Yi kind of gets up in your face, suddenly her expression's very serious, and she's like,
How the hell do you have 10 feathers? That's not possible.
Because I kick ass.
But you... What? No, that's...
she turns quickly to Ryong.
That's not possible. They're cheating. I don't know.
No, I don't think... we literally have our enforcer here with us, and she is allowed to stop us from cheating, and we'd be disqualified.
Dion turns and he poses and points at you and says, Just because you're winning now don't mean you're gonna win forever!
How many feathers do you have?
And Lady Yi, she steps forward once, twice, and she puts a finger on your chest pointing at you, Chuji, and says, don't think that you've seen the last of Devil's Dues. We're going to be among the final ones to beat this tour. We're going to be among the final people to, we're going to be among the first people to win the 10 silver feathers. And that, just because you have more now doesn't mean you'll have the more later. Bye! And the two of them stride out of there.
Shinji breaks out laughing.
I think while Masami is talking to Faye, they look back and go, oh my god, they're gone. And they put back their mask and tails.
I've never been more embarrassed in my life.
You good, little man?
I am not that little. I am literally 18.
You're smaller than I am, so you're a little man.
I
And they're like,
can
pat his
cast
head.
volcanic eruption right now on you.
You want to go in the stone market right now?
No, I don't want to waste it. I can't waste spells on a fool.
Chuji immediately, like, takes Senku into their arms and, like, starts noogieing him.
He's like, you're causing a disruption. And
Oh, am I? Am I, little fool?
Meanwhile, with you, Masami, Faye's going through some paper, and she looks up at you and says, okay, I contacted Hiroshi like you requested, and I was able to get a hand on some of the information you were looking for.
Information on the Lightkeepers, right?
Yep. Anything you can get me that will probably get me disqualified.
Well, there's no rules on getting information from the outside about these guys by the looks of it. Hiroshi made sure before he started studying.
Did say I wanted him out of it just in case the family got in any heat again.
Well, I can tell you this much. Looks like they are generally not that big a deal. Dikisonam is a monk from the Wall of Heaven. No surprise there, considering that's where most Sirens are from. Huyin is from a family of nobility, but they have no connections to organized crime.
Okay.
Azkanak the Exiled is in fact an exile. They come from Cowling, the Hobgoblin nation, but evidently they were excommunicated for their necromantic practices.
I see. Okay.
So they are a criminal, but only back in Cowling. They've kept their nose clean elsewhere and only practice their necromancy where it is legal to. And Goka does not necessarily have very strict rules on the reanimation of the dead.
True.
But then again, and I think Faye kind of smiles, they don't really have really strict rules on anything now, do they? That's how we're able to get away with what we do.
True.
Lastly, this Sutak Noir fella, the witch, looks like she's the last of a long line of witches. But they lost their power quite some time ago. Looks like maybe she was able to find some of the old family spirit.
Seems like it. Okay.
Regardless, they don't seem to have any connections to what you're looking for.
Alright. At least I know that my hunch is wrong.
I think she kind of looks over your shoulder at Senku and Chuji and says, do they know about this?
They just shake their head.
Okay. I mean, not my business. I'm just a weapons supplier. So
And I'm just a magus.
So what is it you want to cover up our little conversation?
Got any healing potions? I know this is a weapon shop, but I know
She
you have
looks
things
at
under
you
the
with disdain.
table. Please, Faye, come on. I've known you long enough, and you know me long enough. I know you have things under the table.
Fucking... Here, she gives you one greater healing potion.
Thanks, son.
Just have it. I already got paid well enough by Hiroshi last night.
I was gonna offer you some 5 gold.
5 gold? Fuck off. Sorry. Are you fucking kidding me? For a greater healing potion? Jesus Christ. And you're fucking spitting in my fucking eyes as well. Because you're all, fuck off. Have the healing potion.
Yeah, they take the healing potion and then they leave. I would probably... How's 100?
That's far too fucking much. Just take it. Just take it. From one friend to another.
Fine. Thanks.
And you return to the others with 1 healing potion. Great money laundering.
Yeah, true.
Shuji and Sanku, do either of you think twice about the fact that Masami has come back from a long conversation with one healing potion?
No. Chuji's way too distracted by the hive getting to gloat about how they have 10 fucking feathers.
That's fair.
They're on
Okay.
Battle Cloud 9.
Only one healing potion? You're talking for like ever.
Greater healing potion. It was... Even though I know this girl for a while, it's a little bit of a bargain, and they say it over their shoulder, so fake in here.
Oh, you're
Shakes
haggling?
her head at you.
What in the world are you up to?
Catching up with an old friend. Come on, let's go. Plus, it's the
Okay.
greater healing potion anyway, so we can just save this one for dire emergencies, like if one of us goes down again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. So,
Exploring.
it's taken you 2 actions to do that. What now?
We get the fuck out of here and start exploring again.
Okay. Which direction?
We finish the dongle.
The fucking peninsula.
The fucking dongle.
Geologists hate him.
Okay, do you want to spend 2 actions getting to the peninsula that you were at before?
Yep.
Okay, so you got 28 out of your 32 done.
Recon.
You've spent 4 actions total so far.
Recon.
Do you want to spend a recon to check out what's around here?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
After a little while of searching, you do find another thing. And I swear to God, they just happen to be right next to each other. You find another fucking shrine.
Oh shit.
What?
That
I'm
close?
not even kidding. I was like, you're serious? Another one? The answer is yes, I'm serious. Another one.
Oh my god.
This one is atop a small mountain. And it appears to be a man with the head of a boar. And their shrine is almost like a large bowl with like lots of stuff thrown into it. You see a lot of bones in it, almost like they've been thrown into a bowl. And do you guys want to roll religion to see what you can figure out about this place?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Again, Sanku. You're the one who's able to figure out what this one is.
Okay.
This is a shrine to Cantiani, the Taumatan god of charity, feasts, and cooks.
Hmm.
To honor Cantiani, you need to prepare and consume a meal at the shrine.
Okay. Okay. Senku tells the others about Cantiani being a god of charity, feasts, and cooks, and it's like, we haven't really eaten much we didn't really eat much this morning. We kind of got busy with the...
With 167.
We didn't have breakfast.
So
Yep.
we could make breakfast here.
Fuck yeah, I could eat.
That sounds good. I am kind of hungry.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. What do you guys prepare?
I don't know what goes good with rations.
What's that one dish that she has in like Mulan?
Which
I think it's this. I don't even think it's a specific thing, but she just has like a bowl of
Kanji?
rice. Yeah, kanji. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't it like a rice porridge?
Yeah,
Yeah,
rice
yeah, yeah,
porridge. That shit
shouldn't
looks so
take that
good.
long, yeah. Yeah, that's an easy meal to make too. It's just like
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
just like rice.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You cook it. You eat it. You smile and share this time with each other. And honestly, it feels nice.
Mhm.
And I think your stomachs feel more full than they have in a while. Not like you're bloated, but really you enjoyed that meal. And you all gain the blessing of Cantiani, which is that while you are on Bonmu, you only need to eat once per day to fill your stomachs.
Wow. I don't
Wow.
know how useful that is, but that's
Well,
insane.
what I'm going to do is the extra time that you are going to save means I'm going to give you an extra half hour in the day, meaning that instead of 32, you have 33 exploration actions every day.
Okay,
Fuck
that's
yeah,
good.
nice.
Because you don't have to spend as much time between hex actions snacking. So I'll say that added time really does come together for you.
Yeah.
So, there you go. You have found... Yeah, you're powering through... You're finding these shrines. Well done.
Well done. Alright. Top of the dongle.
It's called the Peninsula.
If you tell me that one more time, I swear I'm throwing you into the ocean.
Oh, she's right, though.
I don't care!
Okay.
You are so...
You make your way towards the top, and it's a lighthouse.
Ooh.
Do you guys want to... as you are approaching this lighthouse, it's very obvious to see it. Do you intend on climbing it, or what's the plan?
Do we need to go in there? I don't think so, right? I mean, it's just a lighthouse. Oh, do you think someone's in there?
Well, maybe. But also, there might be treasure.
That's true. We should go in.
Let's go in then.
Okay.
Is there a door, or do we have to climb it?
There's a door. Like, you can... That's it. You can, like, climb lighthouses by going in through the door, yeah.
You go upstairs, you don't climb them.
Yeah, there's upstairs. There are stairs to go up.
Yes.
You make your way upstairs, and alas, it does not seem like there's much treasure here. But as you get to the top, there is a gorgeous view.
Whoa.
Like, you're overlooking a lot of the land on the other side. Places you've been on the other side. You can see the mountain, that really tall one. It's lovely.
Wow.
What's less lovely is when you hear a strange clicking coming from behind you.
Oh.
To most people on Galarian, this sound would be completely unrecognizable to them. To brave adventurers, it might be an exotic and strange thing from far-off land. But to brave adventurers from Tiansha, you all hear that noise and know it is a gun being clicked.
Oh my god.
What?
And all of you turn. Standing and pointing guns at you are three figures. Two of them are near identical looking fellows with like scarves covering their mouths, leather like coats and gloves and like wide brimmed hats. But standing in front of them is a halfling tiefling. She is very short, like short even for a halfling. She has deep purple skin with two dark spiraling horns that like kind of go through her wide-brimmed hat. And she's kind of like chewing on a piece of wheat as she points her pistol up at you. And you guys might not recognize what they are, but everyone at home, it's cowboys.
Oh my god.
Cowboys!
The halfling tiefling kind of looks up at you and cocks an eyebrow up, and she says, "Well, well, well. Looks like somebody has wandered onto our property."
Exploring.
Enjoying the view.
The two men who you quickly realize are twin brothers speak in a language that you don't understand. Hint. It's Spanish.
Oh.
Oh.
The halfling in front of them turns, looks over his shoulder at them, turns back at you and says, "Right. Yeah, you guys. You're from that Temple of Aurora not far from here. You're the Radiant Winds, aren't you?"
Oh man, word spreads fast when you have 67-foot people.
Maybe so. Listen, let me introduce myself. I'm Calamity Kelly, and these are my boys. We are the Nightmares.
Whoa. That's a pretty cool name.
She nods and says, "Named after those fiery horses. Only beasts that we'd ever ride."
Fiery horses?
Nightmares? They're like horses that are on fire.
Huh? Sorry, I don't
That's
know.
kind of cool.
Listen, the more you explain it, a joke is like dissecting a frog. You learn more about it, you kill it in the process. Here, she points the gun at you, Sanku.
Okay,
You know what this is?
it's a gun.
Exactly. You know what happens if I pull the trigger?
You would sure try and shoot me.
Exactly. How about we try and shoot you for some of those feathers? She kind of like nods her head at you, Chuji. Some of those feathers you've got.
You can try.
3 feathers.
3. You guys are bold.
Well, I say we can take you.
We'll see. Hikari?
Carrie nods and says, up here? I don't think this is a... And, I think Callie kind of shakes her head and says, No. There's a fine ground not far from here. That's where we'll Jew.
Okay.
And, the 2 boys, nod, continue speaking in Arcadian, which is Spanish. Callie twirls her pistols, puts them away, and says, See you on the dueling ground, boys. See those feathers with you. And with that, they slink off. Fellas, do you have anything to say before you follow them?
Boy, I can't wait to get shot.
Don't say that like it's so sure.
Good thing I got that healing potion.
So true.
Here's hoping that their guns break.
Oh, yeah.
They break.
Do you know what happens when they get jammed?
Oh, true. Wow. We're gonna win.
You guys soon follow after Calamity Callie, her boys, the Nightmares. And soon you're standing in an arena built into an emptied out hill. The sun shines brightly down above you all, and you face off against them. Hikari says, Radiant wins! Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And the other enforcer says, Nightmares, are you ready? The 2 boys nod, and simultaneously they say, Yep. And Callie cracks her neck a little bit and says, Alright, we're ready. There's a moment of silence, and Callie says, Now ready? Draw! And as she pulls her gun, the 2 boys behind them wave their hands, and shadows start to conjure and come up into the form of nightmarish dark horses with flaming manes. This episode of Dice Roll would not have been possible without the support of our patrons. GP Dora, Lemon Jam Tart, Marshmallow Berry, Sarissa, Ferric Falcon, Luis Loza, Fawn Sims, Alexander Criswell, May Cohen, Skyly, Blurst Hellion, Kendra West, Ren, Genuinely Tricked, Transgirl Trish, Zulin Wald, Bal Punyon, Johnny the Catman, Matthew Wilson Krasnovich, Tillen Shark, Fierin, Glitch HD, Jace Snooks, Zenith Drums, Josh Heathcote, Torbjorn, Introduction, Sophia Varlera, G. Barbera, Luke, Gideon, Sarah B, Seth, Ravona Darkglow, Dolore, Kira, Lichalope, Gizmo, Matthew, Cass, Fable McElduff, Ava, Rem T. Bright, Lonesome Chunk, Steph, Sean C., Natasha Lumley, Ellie, Jenna Mitchell, Kane Kendrick,
Triceratops, Grey Kitsune, Anna Maria, Roxy, Jordan, Cynical Spinstress, Emily Laderna, John the Book Hoarder, SS66 Seeker, and Dame Valerie III. Special thanks to the patrons who submit characters for this episode. Kanizaki Hikari by Anna Maria, Faye by Farron, Calamity Callie by May Cohen, Bjorn Ramel by Seth, Kel Pashar by John the Book Hoarder, Sigrid Beale by Kendra West, Lord Ryong by Rem, and Lady Yi by Sarah B. Strange. If you'd like to see what you can get for helping us keep it rolling, check out patreon.com/dicewillroll today.